Do you think people cared that they're watching 9/11 happen at the same time on TV?
What?
No.
What does it even mean?
Yeah, people wanted to be there, watch it as it happened, but cable wasn't that good back then. It didn't always, translate to happening at the same exact time.
I guess.
Plus, time is,
Subjective.
subjective. My 8 o'clock isn't your 8 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
The sun's in a different spot up in the sky.
Only slightly. An hour?
Yeah, I mean, hey, an hour makes a lot. Could happen in an hour, dude. I could die in an hour.
I mean, when you put it like that, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, think about it, dude.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Underwhelming Expectations.
Oh, that was such a low energy.
I'm sorry. You want me to try it again?
Yeah, hype it up a little bit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Underwhelming Expectations. Episode
Number what?
12.
12?
Yep.
1, 2?
Yeah, 1-2. The big 1-2.
Wow.
We're almost in the teens.
We're so close yet so far from 40 Friday.
Yeah, I know. It'll be rough.
So
It's a treacherous road up ahead.
I would love it if we could get to 40 Friday by the time you come back home, so then we can have 40 Friday
that'd be
together.
Fucking sick, dude. How about, okay,
Yeah.
wait, here's the thing. How about we, next time I come home, if it's before 40 Friday, we just record 40 Friday then, and then we can just save and use that as well
you
as,
do
like,
two episodes?
Yeah. So then we
Okay,
just have
yeah, we
the
could
40
do that.
Friday one ready.
Or maybe we can have like a really long episode.
Yeah.
Or just like a real episode of like Underwhelming, and then the 40 Friday version of it, but it's real cut up and like edited pretty well. I would do that for sure.
That'd be sick, dude. We could like spend time on that one.
100%. I would spend on any like special occasion video. I would 100% spend time on it. No doubt.
for sure, absolutely. I would do all kinds of shit.
So how have you been?
I'm all right, man.
You've been good.
It's
you
weird.
Depressed?
No, I'm good. I'm switching.
You want to kill yourself?
I'm switching to this new schedule for work, right? So my old schedule used to be, I work from. I'm losing it. Jesus Christ! I work from Saturday to Tuesday, but now I work from Wednesday to Saturday. So it's like all kind of ass backwards. And yeah, I mean it's not terrible. If it goes through, it goes through, which is cool. But I'm like doing all kinds of shit, bro. I'm like going to school. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting in for different jobs.
You're going to school. You're changing jobs. You're still shooting up heroin in the alleyway behind your house. You're just fucking living it, dude.
Yeah, it's a busy life I lead. What can I say?
I can see how it moves faster than you think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, next month I turn 24, which
You're
is
old.
Yeah, I'm almost 25.
Yeah, you're older than me, and you'll always be older than me, so I can always say that you're old.
And you'll always be older than me, except for the rare occasion where you're not older than me.
But you still are older than me. You're older than me by months, and days, and hours.
By
minutes.
How many months? You were born in March.
Well, I'm in February. I'm at the start of the year in February, so you got a pretty good leg up on me.
6 months or so.
Yeah. That's half a year. You say that like it's not a long. That's half a fucking year.
That's not that long. Okay, here's the thing. So we're more than halfway through 2020. Does that sketch you out at all?
No, because this whole year has been such a train wreck. I just don't think about what's happening in it or how long it's taking to happen. I just want it to be over.
Yeah.
But even then, that mindset of me being like, I want to be over with 2020 already. 2021 may not be any better. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Super mega fucked.
We'll see what happens in the very, very near future of America.
Yeah. Hopefully we fight China next year.
Within a couple months. We got all kinds of shit happening.
Hopefully we fight China and I can take back Panda Express from them.
We got like the
what's really good Chinese shit that we could like go to war for China for, and if we won we'd take it with us as a war trophy.
I want to say something like fucked up.
Like what?
I don't know. I was gonna say like
I can edit it out later.
the head of the imperial leader.
Oh, that's pretty sick. That's pretty savage of you.
A single bamboo tree.
You could take all their pandas.
Yeah, we could probably take all their pandas.
You know what?
They probably don't have many.
I didn't know how much of a burden it is to have pandas in captivity.
Well, they're really shit animals.
Yeah, they're really fucking lazy. You have to teach them how to fuck. They watch porn.
Yeah.
They watch panda porn and human porn together. So they know how to do it. They're that fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're... You know, maybe they are stupid. I'm not sure. I know for a fact they have no natural predators.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just bred to, like, not give a shit about anything. And because of that, they don't care about breeding or anything, because their species isn't inherently in danger of, like, dying out because they don't get hunted by other predators. Because the main reason that, you know, all kinds of animals reproduce is for the fear of, like, being eaten or fucking killed by something higher in the chain.
I think with them it's hard to... it's easy to mistake laziness for being, like, for stupidity with them. Because you can't really tell if they are that stupid or...
Well, they're, like, clumsy as fuck, too. Like, you seen those videos of them just, like, falling all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they don't even know how to walk.
Have you seen, like, videos and pictures of baby pandas?
Mm-hmm.
They look like if a fat woman wore, like, a pair of pantyhose and they just, like, stretched out to, like, the size of her leg, but it gained sentience and was smaller. They look like giant, like, mole rats without the teeth.
Yeah, kind of.
And they have black eyes, like somebody punched them in the face like twice.
They're not scary at all.
No, they're not.
Brown bears are scary.
Could they fuck you up in the wild though? Like if you pissed them off, could a panda fuck you up?
I'm sure. Yeah, probably. I'm sure if you came across like a nest or whatever it is, and there was like a mother panda and her cubs were with her, she'd probably fuck you up.
Did you ever see The Revenant?
No. Isn't that the bear?
With Leonardo DiCaprio?
Movie? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not the bear movie. There's a scene with a bear in it. Me and my dad went to go see that together when it came out because we had seen previews of it, and me and him really liked the whole like Native American Manifest Destiny-esque kind of fucking movies. And we went to go see that, and we were under the impression that it was a movie about these guys going into the wilderness like pelt traders, and they were being chased by Native Americans because they were trading pelts, right? Which at the very like early scene in of it is before they like gets all crazy is that they get attacked by Indians because they're fucking peddling pelts and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we're like, wow, okay, so this is pretty black and white. And then there's a part where this guy who hates Native Americans because they scalped him and left him alive.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that works in the first place. You would probably bleed out or you die from some disease or get infected. But he betrays Leonardo DiCaprio and his son, who's a Native American mix, and leaves him out in the wilderness, and a bear comes by and fucks him up. It
mauls him.
Fucked him up. That may be the only movie where I have seen a bear fuck up a person and been like, wow, how is this not real? It's fucking brutal.
Oh yeah.
Like they do the whole thing where they like jump on him and like make sure he's dead and shit. And like, oh, it's fucking. But
Bears are
this motherfucker. So Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets fucked up by the bear, right? And as the bear is like, okay, well, it's a pretty good fight, starts walking off, right?
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio has a little musket, and he's like about to aim it at the bear, and he shoots the bear, but it doesn't kill the bear.
Of course not.
So the bear comes back again, just fucks him up, and just like scratches his back, like tears his skin open and shit. And it fucking sucks. That movie was really good though. It had a really, I don't know, realistic end, which isn't the most like
movie-esque type thing.
movie. Yeah, it's not very. It's very realistic, so it's not. It's very morbid.
Right.
You know how a lot of those movies are. Most Western movies, at least within that kind of like genre of not like shooty, like point and shooty shit.
Yeah.
They always end like that. Like that movie ended like that. Like Dances with Wolves kind of ended. It ended on a high note, but not really. A few. What's that fucking John Wayne movie where he has that eye patch? What the fuck is that? They did a remake of it. Fuck. But that one is also real. All the Western movies are really fucking morbid when they're like...
Oh, yeah, dude.
Within the last, I don't know, 10, 20 years maybe.
That seems like a very morbid time frame. Like, Western era. Like, cowboys and shit. That seems very, like, kind of fucking do or die, like, a lot of times.
There is one that me and my dad saw that was kind of like a horror kind of thing with Western stuff in it. It was
I think I know what you're talking about.
It was called Bone Tomahawk. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I've seen clips.
It's got Kurt Russell in it.
Yeah.
Did you see the whole movie?
No, I haven't seen the whole movie.
What
looks
parts
fucking,
did you see?
I saw like I think it was towards the end. I honestly don't even know the context. They're like, it's like two or three dudes like scouting out some shit, and then
oh, okay, so you saw them fight the Indians. You didn't see what happened after that.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you, I've seen a lot of like very bloody, grotesque kind of movies, but that movie, dude, there's one scene in particular that is like, oh fuck, dude, I almost couldn't do it. And me and my dad weren't expecting it at all. We were like, oh, well, they're probably gonna, kill these Indians and then get away, or some of them are gonna die, or whatever, right? There's a scene after what you saw. The Indians actually fucked them up and killed 2 of them, but take the other ones that are alive back.
Yeah.
And then they put them in a little cell, right? And these Native Americans are fucking pissed because I think there was one guy who stole something from their land, and then they came and took his wife, right? And then they're hunting down these Native Americans to find the wife. Anyways, so they get put up in there. There's Kurt Russell, this guy that's helping them, and then 2 other schmucks and that lady. And they're obviously the Native Americans don't fucking understand what the fuck he's saying. Kurt Russell's just being an old sheriff motherfucker. And they pull out this one guy, and the whole time that this is happening to this guy, like, they pull him out, they strip his clothes, right?
Yeah.
Completely butt-ass naked. And Kurt Russell's character is like, You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. We're gonna get out of here. And he does that over and over and over to him. And the guy's like, oh, really? We're gonna make it? And he's like disoriented and shit.
Yeah.
And like you could tell like he's like either dehydrated or whatever. He's like delusional a little bit. They the 2 Native Americans hold him upside down, right?
Yeah.
They split his legs. Not like rip. They just spread his legs, and then they take it's like shaped like a machete, but it's sharpened, and it's like the jawbone of like a cattle, right? Of like a cow.
Yeah.
And then they take it and they go, bam, bam, and they keep cutting the middle of him.
Shit.
And he's like screaming. And Kurt Russell the whole time is like, I'm gonna kill these guys. I'm gonna get you out of here. And he's already fucking dead.
Yeah.
And they literally get to a point where they cut into him so much, they just rip him apart.
Yeah.
And like his guts come out.
Good
and it's
Lord.
like, oh, God,
I think like Native Americans, like back in the old days or whatever, fucking like 1800 or 1900, were probably some ruthless ass motherfuckers that like would just,
dude, like it's
like scalping people and shit.
I'm sure. I mean, a lot of movies, I'm sure, played up just a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure it's not
for
far
like
from
the dramatic
what it's
effect.
actually like.
Yeah, but as far as like what they did, like the action of doing it, like the fucking Aztecs when they cut people's hearts out and they cut their heads off and then kick it down the stairs and watch their head roll down the stairs. That shit's pretty accurate. Like scalping, I don't even know where scalping even comes from, like why they even scalp.
That's like a ritual, I think.
I have no fucking clue. All I know is that it's fucked, and it.
Oh yeah.
If anybody, this is completely off topic, but I was watching a video, okay. About. So people that get rabies usually end up dying, right? But the survivability rate of it is very small. There are people that survive it and keep it that have rabies. Yeah. The only thing is there's one weird side effect to it, and I was supposed to read into it because I was curious about it, but I never got around to it. They're afraid of water. So, like, drinking water or touching water freaks them out.
Why?
And I think it has something to do with the rabies that they have. I don't know. Is rabies, like, parasitic, or is it something like that?
I'm pretty sure it's a parasite.
Well, I've seen videos of, like, these people that have it and they survived, but they give them, like, a glass of water, right? And it's like when your mom gives you cough syrup because you're sick, and you look at it and you're like, that doesn't look good. Yeah. And you, like, have to, like work it up, and then like real quick, and then you're, like, shook for a little bit because you're tasting all the crappy, like, cough medicine bullshit.
Oh, dude,
it's like that.
I'm curious.
It's like that.
What?
Like he drinks. This guy, he's, like, wearing a blue shirt, and he's, like, I think he's in a hospital bed, and he has the cup, and he's looking at it, and he's looking at the water, and you can see in his eyes the point where he's like, fuck, I have to drink this, and he goes, and then immediately when he drinks it, he just starts shaking, and he freaks out.
God.
It creates, like, a fear of water. I don't know the context of that, but I thought
virus.
It was so odd.
So rabies is a virus, apparently.
Why does it make them do that, though?
There's less than 1,000 cases a year, which is still, like, a lot, right?
Yeah.
I feel like 1,000 a year is kind of a lot for...
Well, even a smaller... That's pretty small, right? But even the people that get it and kind of live through that terrible shit is, like, even smaller than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's real rare.
It says it's extremely rare, and by animal or... Oh, it says insect, too. Insect bites or stings.
Where does the fear of water thing come from?
I don't know. That's a very interesting side effect. Rabies. Fear of water. Rabies has also occasionally been referred to as hydrophobia, which we know is fear of water.
Yeah.
It refers to a set of symptoms in the larger stages of an infection in which a person has difficulty swallowing, shows panic when presented with liquids to drink, and cannot quench their thirst. So they're thirsty, but they can't, like, they don't want to drink water.
They don't want to drink it because they're afraid of it. That's fucking insane. I saw that. I thought it was some fucking stupid bit somebody was fucking doing for some stupid TikTok or some shit.
Out why the fuck it why
it affects them like that?
Yeah. What makes them fear water?
Strange.
Dude, I don't know. I
just know that was so strange. I was on r/oddly terrifying.
Oh, because it says that rabies is caused by extreme pain when the patient is swallowing fluids, including water and saliva.
Oh, really?
So they probably just get really panicked when they see it because they think about, like, the pain associated with it.
Wow.
That sucks.
That's fucking nuts. That's horrible. That's a horrible life.
I actually can't imagine, like, having rabies. That sounds like shit.
Yeah, that sounds like mega shit, dude. I can't. Oh man, I don't even know.
You would have to get bit by a feral fucking raccoon.
Yeah, dude, and I probably wouldn't even survive it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, that's some serious shit. Mm-hmm. Like, rabies is not... You don't fuck around with rabies. And especially if you get it, like, you're going to be getting it from a wild animal, right?
Right.
So more than likely, that shit's going to kind of thrive a little bit farther away from, a hospital or shit like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At least an animal that would fuck with you. Like, little rabbits here and there around here may have rabies, but they always run away from you. They don't give a fuck about that. Mm-hmm. But... if it were something bigger like a raccoon, yeah, because it makes them aggressive too, doesn't it?
Yeah, larger animals.
It makes them increasingly aggressive. I can't imagine. Can you imagine, like, a fucking raccoon jumps on your face and you're like shaking it off and shit, and, like, bashing it against the wall,
trying to
rip it off like a rat. It's a little rag doll.
Oh, like that video? You seen the video of the? God damn it! What the fuck was it? I think a raccoon was, like, fighting a dog or something. Like, in this dude's apartment. Or something like that. But this guy just, like, grabs the fucking raccoon and just throws it down his stairwell. And you just see the raccoon's body like Frisbee. Like it like swirls and it's like a flat disc
See,
and it's just flying down the staircase.
that shit is really funny to me. As long as I don't see like the aftermath of what happened to the animal, then I think it's hilarious.
No. It
But
gets
if I
swallowed by the darkness.
He just gets yeeted into the dark realm.
The abyss. It just fucking gets yeeted into it.
Poor bastard, never stood a chance.
I guess not, dude. He got fucked.
That's fucked.
Do you think?
I can't.
Do you think a gorilla or like a grizzly bear would win in a fight?
I think a grizzly bear. I would bet that a full grown adult grizzly bear might be stronger than a gorilla.
What about like a silverback?
Um,
I still think
maybe
a grizzly bear would probably fuck it up.
because I think that the advantage that a silverback or a gorilla have is like they're muscular, right? They have muscles, right?
Yeah.
And like they have the whole opposable thumbs thing, whatever.
But they're not bigger than a bear, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the muscle size; it's the weight difference.
Yeah.
It's the size
Bears
of,
are fucking
of the animal
big,
in a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking
like
huge.
a brown bear. Them shits are huge.
Yeah, those, dude. I want to go to like a national park and like fuck around and shit, but I'm always afraid of a fucking like bear
attack
or a mountain lion or something like that showing up, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do?
Well, usually bears are. I'm pretty sure most animals are not very like territorial, but they like I said earlier, if they had like a cub or something, and you got anywhere near it, dude, it wouldn't give a fuck if you were like just trying to pass it. They would just shit on you.
Yeah,
for
probably.
being anywhere near them.
Hey, have you seen any videos of like baby emus? Those little Australian, they look like ostriches.
Yeah, I know emus.
They are the cutest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen, dude.
Really?
They look like tiny little dinosaurs.
Oh.
And they do this thing where they get the zoomies like cats, but they do this thing where they roll on the ground, and it literally looks like take a string of spaghetti, right? And then put a ball in the middle and then roll it. That's what they look like.
Oh yeah.
When they roll, and it's like, holy shit. And then you compare it to how small they are when they're a child to when they're an adult, and it's like a fucking huge, massive fucking bird. It's like a shoebill. You ever seen a shoebill before?
The shoebill horn, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
that thing looks prehistoric as shit. It's so cool.
Those are extinct,
I love that. No, they're still kicking.
Oh.
But there's not a lot of them around.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah, they're definitely on the verge of going down. But they're some cool looking fucking birds, dude.
Dude, I saw.
And
I saw a fucking picture of a shark the other day that was over.
Yeah.
The shark was estimated to be like 400 years old.
Oh shit!
Because those are so like most underwater species, right? Don't really have like a lifespan per se. The problem comes from the fact that they don't they keep growing, right? Like alligators and fucking crocodiles and shit. They don't really have a lifespan, but if they starve or something, they're just fucked because they need to out-eat their growth. And if they don't stop growing, they can't like manage to eat as much. So a lot of times they just starve because they can't maintain their diet. So that's why a lot of alligators that are like old as shit, like hundreds of years old, if they get to that point, they're just so fucking big that they can't like eat that much, so they starve. And this shark was like estimated to be 400 years old, and it's battle scarred. This dude has like fucking, like sharks get into fights all the time. I guess I
feel like that's the coolest shit on fish, dude. Like large fish, like having like scars and bites and shit. Scar. That looks fun. I learned something about a sperm whale yesterday.
What's that?
That they're, how they do like clicking and they make sounds underneath the water. The decibel of that underwater is so fucking loud it can burst your eardrums underwater, and it's louder than like even a rocket launching off. Like it's fucking loud. It peaks in the highest decibel numbers. It's fucking insane. I didn't even know that. I can't imagine being underwater and then hearing it and your ears fucking hurt.
Yeah. Could you imagine it like
you can't handle it
above water?
Oh, dude, that's like a superpower.
Yeah, because
That's
sound travels much slower underwater,
yeah,
and it would be, everything is much weaker sounding underwater just because
yeah,
the avenue by which sound travels has to go through like water as
yeah.
opposed to air. So it'd be probably loud as fuck on the outside.
This is like the Animal Planet episode.
A little bit, yeah.
We just talk about fucking animals and how fucking cool so many. You know what? A lot of my favorite animals are sea creatures, and it's really ironic because I'm so scared of the ocean that I will probably never meet these creatures at all, if ever. But I can just look at them through like videos and shit. Some of those deep sea diving crew that like go into like the deep depths of the ocean with like that submarine and shit. They sometimes live stream what they're doing and what they're finding, and that's what I tune into a lot. Yeah. So they find a lot of it was a couple months ago or something like that. They discovered a new type of octopus. It's really fucking cool, dude.
Is it like
really
a big
cool
octopus?
shit. No, tiny guy, little fella.
Little bitty octopus.
Little fella who seems to only survive at that depth, which is, I can't even imagine all the shit down there that we still haven't found,
dude.
man.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think there's not that much like stuff at the bottom of the ocean, because like, well, first of all, that's probably one of the most just inclement and hazardous places to live, like as a sea creature, next to the fucking surface of the sun, or like Antarctica, because it's just like the amount of pressure on top of you. You have to grow as a species to adapt to that, and that's why a lot of the species down at the bottom of the fucking ocean, or the shit that you find at the very bottom that looks all fucked up, like you seen the blobs and shit where it just looks like goop, just like and it's a fish or something like that. They evolved to not get crushed by the weight of the ocean, like below them or above them.
That's insane, dude.
So their entire bodies are just jelly.
Did you see that Death Valley got to 115 degrees?
Yeah. That's
Can you imagine being out there?
No,
in the
honestly.
middle of that? Can you imagine cooking your breakfast out there without needing a stove?
I mean, dude, that reminds me. There is apparently a I don't want to like bring fucking Debbie down, or just bring the mood down a little bit, but there was
fuck it.
There was a report of in Arizona, there was a dude that was being held on the ground by the cops, and the shit, and the weather outside was like 105 degrees or some shit, and he died on the pavement.
Really?
Like from being held down on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He just started to cook?
Basically, he's like started to fucking cook. Like the dude suffered like 2nd-degree burns and shit.
Holy shit, dude.
He's
what
dead.
The fuck?
I mean, the report says he's dead, but I don't really, in my opinion, I don't understand how you die from like your skin burning off. I feel like that would suck dick, and like that would hurt like a motherfucker, but I don't know how you die from that.
Maybe the shock.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
The
But
shock
apparently
is
it
what
was only
kills
6
you.
minutes, so I don't know how. Obviously,
6 minutes,
Yeah.
and he got burnt.
Yeah, I mean, it's 105
Holy
degrees.
shit.
That means that the asphalt or the cement or whatever is probably like 170 degrees.
God damn, dude. Yeah, because fucking asphalt and concrete retains heat super.
That's
fucking
fucking wild, though.
Oh my god.
And that's only
dude,
105
I can't imagine
degrees.
that. That's like somebody taking your face and turning on a hot stove and just like
basically. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy to think about. There's places in Africa that people in the Air Force can go to that, I mean, it's Africa, so it gets like hot as shit, like all the time, and they suffer out there for sure. It gets like 100, like regularly 105 to like 110 degrees.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
They describe it as you walk outside and it immediately just feels like you're in an oven.
God, I can't imagine that. I mean, it gets hot over here, but I can't imagine at that level just going outside and trying to do normal things. You know what I mean? It's
much less like wear your uniform. You got to wear all your gear too, bro. Fuck that, dude. That sounds like shit.
Yeah, I'd rather just cut a piece of my skin off and start cooking it for it before something happens to me where I fall in the fucking road and I just instantly just get fucking crisp, just burnt like a piece of bacon.
There's like videos of people like cooking eggs and shit on their car engines. Mm-hmm. Because it's just so fucking hot outside.
Yeah, I think for right now the hotness is kind of starting to die down a little bit, but I think the changing of the season is starting to come soon, at least.
Dude, today I saw it get dark outside at a time that I'm not used to seeing it get dark outside. So I figured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I figured it's probably about that time.
Yeah, season's changing.
It was like,
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to things like that because I don't really look outside after I come home because I'm outside all fucking day when I'm at work.
Yeah, it was like 8
so
p.m.
It's like,
or some shit, and it was like dark.
Basically, I go to work and I'm outside all fucking day in the heat and I'm looking at the sun, and then when I come home, I'm like, okay, fuck the sun, and then I put all the blinds up and everything and kick on the fucking AC, and I don't worry about anything going on outside, any weather whatsoever, and I just don't think about it. I don't think about it. It's only in the mornings when I notice, or when I'm at work, there are little things that change throughout the day because the weather's pretty consistent over here, so you can definitely tell when something's different, and you're like, okay, things are changing, things are happening.
Yeah, so it's about time. Actually, I think I've had enough of summer so far.
Yeah,
I feel like this whole year has just dragged by, dude. I feel like being so locked up and everything, and nothing is really the same. I feel like it's very hard to let time go by as fast. In my opinion, I feel like this year has just, as a whole, gone by much slower than past years.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think it's just because everybody's in such haste to just be over with this year, but that's not going to solve anyone's problems. Yeah. It's just going to change a number.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's fucking stupid. Hey, okay, so I got some news.
What's that?
That you've probably heard about. You hear about that beef going on with Apple and Epic Games and Google?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that with Fortnite or whatever. So
yeah,
what?
So do you
So explain this whole dealio, because
okay, so I did some research on this,
right,
because because this is little brother Epic Games taking on big granddad Apple and Google, and they're not having it. So basically what happened is that the way it works when you buy microtransactions through Fortnite on your phone is that you go into Fortnite, you go to the selection screen to pick what amount of V-Bucks you want, and then it redirects you to the App Store, whether it be the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, right? Yeah. Basically, Epic was like, can you cut us a better deal, because it seems like we're giving you a lot more than we're getting back, and they want competitive pay and stuff like that, because they bring a lot of people onto the mobile platform.
Right.
And Apple's like, what? Who are you? And basically, Epic is like, okay, so you're not going to listen? That's fine. So they made this whole video that's basically a reference to a 1980s Apple commercial. It's like black and white, and it was it was a commercial that was directed by Ridley Scott, which is really cool. Yeah. It was really short though. But Fortnite made a video in rebuttal to that and basically said, fuck Apple, fuck these motherfuckers, fuck them. And then they just dipped out, and they've waited, and now Google and Apple have taken Fortnite off of the marketplaces on both of their app stores.
Google too?
So,
wait, why Google though?
Because I don't know. I think it's more so a thing of they feel like they're a part of the group, you know what I mean? Of like the big corporations. They're not as big as Apple. Apple's $1 trillion company by now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In comparison, they don't get nearly as much business as Apple. But the point is that Epic wanted to be a little bit greedier and get a little bit more money back, just because they fucking wanted to. Yeah. And Apple was like, that we're not having that. We don't do that competitive pay bullshit here. Everybody's the same. You work your way up. And basically, Epic has no Fortnite's not on any mobile platform right now.
Wow.
So because this also started because they made the prices for their V-Bucks cheaper as well. Mm-hmm. They changed all the prices. They're a little bit cheaper, not by much, but pretty significant enough. And from that, it blew up. So the only way that you can do that, like buy microtransactions from them without giving Apple or Google a cut, is if you bought it through your linked account on whatever console that you have, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it be PC, Xbox, Switch, whatever the fuck, Game Boy, Virtual Boy, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. If you bought currency on there, by proxy, having your accounts linked to each other would put that $20 of V-Bucks that you bought from your PlayStation and have it on your phone because they're all connected. Mm-hmm. So that's what Epic originally that's what Epic wants now. They want to cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So right now, the only way to get V-Bucks is to buy them through the PC or the Epic Game Store or through some other platform where you can, link your account to. Because at this point, it's gone. It's not on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store at this point in time. And I don't know if it'll ever be back if they work out a deal or not. But
fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're suffering from that.
It's also a big thing of I don't know. I guess Apple has gotten into a lot of lawsuits before for trying to monopolize the app market as well.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of being re-brought back up because they kind of wanted the payment system to be the same all around, so that the revenue percentages are not even by any means. Whoever's putting their shit on there is getting less back from the purchases than anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, granted, Epic's a big fucking game. Fortnite's a huge fucking game. They make a shit ton of money, but Apple is just fucking scooping that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
They're scooping it up, dude. Also, speaking on Apple, I also learned something else about these motherfuckers that's going to ruin a lot of movies for you.
Oh, God, what is it?
So, Apple has this thing where they allow their license to get used in TV shows, movies, and commercials and stuff like that, right? They allow their phones to be shown off.
Their brand.
One of the stipulations that they don't let you do is that if you make a movie, the villain cannot be using an Apple product. So if you notice, in a lot of TV shows, if there's like a bad guy, a terrorist, a murderer, they're never using an Apple phone, but everyone else in the fucking show is.
Huh.
They have a strict rule and stipulation with licensing and giving a little bit of promotion with their products, but they got to be in the hands of a good guy. They can't be in the hands of a bad guy.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Now I really want to watch a movie now. Like a modern...
It actually has been a thing for a while that people knew about, but nobody really had a confirmation on it until recently.
Yeah.
And it was a whole theory that this guy made up because he was watching, I think he was watching 24 or some show like that. And he was looking at everything, and he's looking at all the terrorists, and he's like, why the fuck are they using, like, Nokias and fucking PCs and shit? But these guys at the fucking Pentagon are using fucking iPhones and Macs and shit, and Mac Pro books and shit.
Dude, if you went to the Pentagon and anybody was using, like a MacBook, that's already, like, not accurate at all.
What if that's how real life worked?
What do you mean?
Like they somebody got murdered, right?
Yeah.
There was one witness, and they do that thing where they line up like 10 guys against the wall, right?
All right, pull out your phones.
And they shine a light on them. They're like, pull out your phones, and it's like,
everyone has an
he's
Apple,
got an S20.
One dude who has a Galaxy S20.
That's that man. He has an S20 Plus. Not only does he have the cash, but he has a Samsung product. Take him away.
And
Take him away.
He's got the fucking phone too. He's like,
oh, please.
He's the culprit.
He's like, please, it was a gift. Please, my mom gave it to me. Please. And they just, and they kick him in the closet, and he's done for.
Right in the head.
Yeah, but I always thought that was mad interesting. I always thought that was a little weird, but it makes sense now.
No, yeah, that's super interesting.
It goes to show how much power and leeway certain companies have with their brands being showed in any form of media.
Is there anybody ahead of Apple?
In that market, the technology market?
I mean like in charge, I guess. So you know how like different brands, right, have for instance, Nestle has like 6 or 7 brands under Nestle, and they all fall under like the Nestle pyramid, and then Nestle's at the top.
Ooh.
But Nestle and like 2 other brands are under like fucking one other corporation.
Oh, you mean like subsidiaries?
Yeah, like that.
I don't know actually if Apple really owns any other. I'm sure they have a stake or a hand in some companies as far as funding and investing in them, but I'm not sure if they have any smaller companies. I know the common thing with like the soda companies is that like Coca-Cola and Pepsi own a lot of shit,
like all of them.
And it's not just sodas, it's like foods, chips, stuff like that.
That's what I saw. It was like a infographic, I guess, and it was just a big old fucking like it was not really a flow chart per se, but more like a spider web of who owns what company and everything else that they own too. And it was like Coca-Cola owns like fucking 20 billion things. They own like a shit ton of things that you wouldn't expect them to own. And it's like, I didn't know Lay's was owned by Coca-Cola. That's crazy.
Yeah, they own an Adam and Eve and Sarah's Secret.
Yeah. That's wild.
Isn't it? It's fucking wild, isn't it?
Yeah, there was like the graph because it said like at the end of the day, there's like 5 companies that own everything, and it's like it's like NBC, fucking like Fox or some shit. They're all like news companies.
Dude,
those are all like the big companies.
Disney owns 25% of all media.
Yeah, Disney. Did you
25%?
Did you see Mulan is coming out soon? And they're charging Disney Plus users $30 to watch the movie. Mm-hmm. That's fucking stupid.
They're probably going to do the same thing when that Black Widow movie comes out, but fortunately I don't give much of a fuck about that movie.
That's so stupid. It's like, dude, people already pay for the streaming service. You're going to make them pay again to watch a movie that's coming out on your streaming service?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Well, you know what's going to happen, right? One person's going to buy it, and then he's just going to fucking torrent it to everybody else, and then everybody else is going to get to watch it for free.
Yep. It's so is the modern day leech just getting in there, getting on that Disney Plus teat and just milking the shit out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it's going to be, because the flow chart of how it works is that the one person is going to pay full price, and then he's going to charge his other friends half the price to watch it, because he's just going to stream it or whatever, or fucking download it and then send it to his friends, and then those people are going to charge other people, like a wider group, half that price to watch the movie, and eventually it's just going to be fucking free after like a day.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I got some more news for you. I'm thinking of a lot of shit that's happened throughout the week that I've thought about but haven't gotten the chance to talk to you about.
This?
Did you play any of the Arkham video? We're getting into video games, all right? So chill out. But it's not about the video games. It's about drama within the companies that make video games, all right? Yeah. It's a little interesting. Yeah. Did you play any of the Arkham games, the Batman games? So first of all, they're really good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Except for like one or two of them.
Right.
Arkham Knight's subpar, and there's one that's like a prequel before everything.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're really good. They're super fun. The combat's really cool. All the voice actors in it are the same voice actors from the animated series on TV back in the day, so super good. Mm-hmm. Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy, super cool shit. Anyways, I heard about this through Rachel, actually, which is very interesting because she is half the gamer I am and still found out this shit.
Yeah.
So the company is Eidos. They also make Hitman.
Yeah.
So, and they're owned and licensed by Warner Brothers.
Right.
They have a deal with them.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're working on a Suicide Squad game.
Oh,
all right.
Man.
It's called Suicide Squad. I believe it's Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I think that's what it's called. Mm. Okay. So the drama isn't with that game. It's more so with the company. There's claims of sexual harassment going around within the company.
Oh boy.
And it's at almost the worst time possible, because currently coming up there's going to be the DC fandom thing, which is basically Comic-Con, but since they didn't have it this year, all the companies are kind of doing their own thing besides Marvel. Mm-hmm. DC is doing their own Comic-Con basically, and it's online. You can watch it. They have blocks of times that things are going to happen. A lot of things are getting showed. Early stuff of the new Batman movie. New stuff of the Flash movie. More of that Wonder Woman movie that's going to be coming out. Right. James Gunn's Suicide Squad that he's directing is supposed to be shown a little bit or talked about. And there's a whole game block on the other half, and one of those games is that. And it's not very good PR for that news to come out a couple days before a big, event like this where you're supposed to show your shit.
Why is it always sexual harassment? That's always the number one thing that happens in any video game company. It's always sexual harassment.
I applaud it because that means people aren't afraid, dude. People aren't afraid anymore, which is good.
No, I'm glad. Yeah,
you shouldn't be hiding that shit.
That it's like, coming to surface way sooner than later.
Because I think I'm going to be honest with you. Here's my theory. I think within the gaming industry, it has become a stigma that they think that they won't, that they'll get away with it because that part of the business model, the business industry is so niche that nobody would dig enough to give a fuck about it. But because there's so many more people gaming now, like the influx of people gaming. I mean, just alone with the pandemic, people have been playing fucking games, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They can't make enough fucking Switches to get to people in time, man. It's insane. And not even just now, but in the past couple years, past 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, the numbers have been increasing. So it's beginning to become a less niche thing.
Yeah.
So it's actually garnering, like, news, like big news.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think that's catching up with them because now they have to give a fuck about it because people will make news stories on them, whereas before the only thing that they would get is maybe they'd get into a fucking Game Informer and get on G4 back in the day when it was on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's very common. I hate to see it, but in the gaming industry it's very common.
Yeah. No, I think it happens more often in the gaming industry. Like, something that I never saw a resolution for was the I can't even remember if it was specifically sexual harassment or not, but in Riot Games there was like an employee walkout of like a bunch of employees who claimed sexual harassment, and that there was like they were getting underpaid and stuff like that because they were female. So there was like a big old walkout, and this was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
For Riot Games. And then, like, all of a sudden it just, like, stopped. Like, everyone went back to work and everything like that. So I don't know
also
if it got resolved or...
Blizzard did that a while back, too. You remember when that was...
dude.
When they were the talk of the town.
That was Tencent, right? That was Blizzard and Tencent?
Yeah.
Riot Games is also owned by Tencent.
Yeah. They own a lot of shit. You'd be surprised how much shit they really have their hand in. I mean, I'm trying to find this fucking article, man. There was an article that I had read a while back. I don't remember what fucking game it was for. It was pretty recent, but it was, I think, some indie dev studio, and their entire staff got fired.
Holy shit.
Entire staff. Just a little bit before they started to show off some gameplay and a trailer, what happened is that the lead studio designer was, I think, in talks with some bigger company that was investing in them, right? And something wasn't... I gotta find that article, but something wasn't working out. They fired everyone, right?
Holy shit.
But before they fired everyone, a couple people got together and got a list of names of everybody that was getting fired, and a bunch of incriminating evidence against them for, I don't know, I think not paying a couple of them and some other shit. And then they released this trailer. In the comments, one of the people that worked on this game had a link to another video, which was the trailer that the staff had made, which showed more gameplay and more cool shit. And with it, there was also a paste bin that was full of allegations and names of people in staff and names of people higher up than them with all of this shit. And fuck, dude, I have to find out what fucking company that was. It was an indie game.
Did it come out recently?
I don't think it's out yet.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Tools. Past month. I can't find it, but yeah, that's
That is crazy.
sucks,
though.
man. It definitely sucks. It's really unfortunate. I feel like that's happening to a lot of fucking studios, dude. They're getting cut in half. They're getting fucked over. They're just losing.
Yeah.
They're losing so much shit, man.
It's like
fucking Halo got delayed to next year.
I'm glad it got delayed.
It was supposed to be a launch title. I'm glad too, dude. As much as I love seeing Craig's beautiful face up on there front and center,
I'll take as many delays as it gets, dude. I'll take delays over anything else, because it's like delays just means that the company isn't afraid to put the game or put the release date aside if they feel the game isn't ready yet, which I think a lot of companies lack nowadays, because you'll see a game get released and the shit's like barely even finished, and you're like, bro, you could have just like delayed it and nobody would have cared. You would have gotten like 5 mean Twitter comments telling you to release the game amongst all the other people that would have been like, oh yeah, great, okay, yeah, take as much time as you want, like I want it to be as good as possible.
It's like that shit that what's his face Mario guy. What the fuck is his name?
Mario guy.
The guy who made Mario, whatever the fuck his name is. Fuck. Well, I forget his fucking name. You know who I'm fucking talking about. He has that quote that everybody's talking about right now, where it's like a rushed game is bad forever, but a delayed game can be good.
Yeah.
And that's pretty true. I found it.
Okay.
I found the article. So this is an article by Kakechupori, and it's a game called Aeon Must Die. It's a sci-fi 2D beat 'em up. And let's see. The development staff got fired or quit the studio. Limestone Games due to crunch, staff mistreatment, and lack of payments. A Dropbox folder contains many, many testimonials from Limestone Games' former artists, designers, composers, programmers, all highlighting the mistreatment and betrayal from its current management.
Oh my god.
The lowlights from the folder include the firing of key members before important deadlines, no effort from management to scout for new talent, constant scapegoating, gaslighting, work overload and overtime, and financial threats.
Financial threats?
Threats. The company's original CCO lost Aeon Must Die IP and the company he founded, while owing the investor 50k in euros. This is due to the shady dealings of the CEO. Let's see. It shows a trailer and it says that that's all outsourced to artists without contracts.
Oh my god.
As of this posting, the trailer is receiving quite a substantial amount of dislikes due to the Dropbox folder and its testimonials.
Is there a link to the Dropbox folder? I kind of want to read all this stuff.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's out there. It's got to be like floating
I'm
around.
sure it's out there between a couple people, but yeah, that's insane, dude. Like, mistreatment in the workplace, like, are they giving them wet willies and shit and dipping them in the fucking, give them a swirly, give them a fucking swirly? I don't fucking know, dude, but all I know is that I read that and I'm like, fuck, dude. I feel like this kind of news in the industry is getting more and more common, and it's insane.
I feel like it's like every other month, honestly. Some shit will come out and it's like, oh, okay.
It's really unfortunate. It really makes me sad. It's like there's so many companies out there that if they only got a chance, they could make some really good shit.
Yeah.
But when the companies that do get a chance to make some really good shit, they get fucked over like massively. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it's honestly a shame, and the only way to fix it sometimes is to just like make a goddamn twit longer or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, but even then, you know what? I will give it credit to a lot of the journalists out there that cover a lot of this shit. like Slasher and fucking Jason Schreier and shit. Dude, Jason Schreier, holy fuck, what a fucking Chad, dude. He used to work for Kotaku until he took Kotaku down.
Yeah.
And now he's working for some other fucking news company, but he has leaked and like revealed so much shit about the industry and individuals in it that it's insane. He has done so much fucking work.
Yeah. Dude, Kotaku sucks like just massively.
Dude, Kotaku sucks massive dick, dude. Yeah. It's insane how I remember Kotaku used to be pretty well regarded way back in the day, when it was still kind of just like a forum, just an internet and an image board and shit like that. But things are changing, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're getting called out on it. Like a lot of them are getting called out for, you know, harassment, mistreatment.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's fucked up to me, the companies that do the hold your pay kind of shit, because it's like they're under contract.
Yeah.
They wouldn't sign it any other way, and they need money more now than ever. And you're really gonna hold that from them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially nowadays.
It's disgusting, man.
I don't know, man.
Absolutely fucking.
I think
it's fucking disgusting.
I think the game industry is just like kind of in a not great place right now overall. But I don't know, man. Like it has its ups and downs. Sometimes it pulls through, and then sometimes it doesn't. You see like the worst end of it.
I have a plan to get my dad to play video games.
Oh boy, what is it?
Explain to play competitive first person shooter.
Oh shit, really?
I want to get him to play Rainbow.
Oh, dude, he's not gonna.
Because
like
there
that.
was wait. There was an update. Okay.
Okay.
There's a big update. A lot of things are changing. They're changing a lot of the mechanics, the ping system. But that's not what he's gonna give a fuck about, right?
Yeah, of course.
He wants something to pull him in.
Yeah.
There's a character.
Oh no.
That got released as a new class. Do you think you can guess who it is?
No, dude.
It's Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft.
It's Anakin Skywalker.
It's the Rabbids. You did it. It's the Rabbids from Rayman's Raving Rabbids.
How is that gonna get him interested in the game?
It's not, because it's not real.
Oh.
Who they really added, they added Sam Fisher.
Oh shit.
In it.
Oh
they added your boy, the Splinter Cell, in it, and he has a new code name now, and he looks really rough, but he looks very interesting. And if I can get him to like that, then he will. Can we also talk about this is the year of the Splinter Cell, must I say? Okay.
Yeah.
So we got that. You know, we got my dad. You know, getting all the cool Splinter Cell shit, right? The Splinter Cell is getting an animated series.
Oh fuck! Really?
Splinter Cell is getting an animated series.
Nice.
Which is, I'm really looking forward to. Here, let me Google it real quick. Because I'm pretty sure the studio that works on it is somebody I know. Yeah, it's an anime series on Netflix. Oh, Netflix picked it up. Oh yeah, that's right. It's from the writer that wrote for John Wick. He's on that team for Splinter Cell.
Wow.
So that I can only imagine how the action sequences and lead up and dialogue is going to be with that motherfucker in the seat.
I'm excited.
I cannot wait. So, let's see. According to sources, the series has received 2-season, 16-episode order from Netflix. Yeah, it's just talking about this motherfucker who worked on John Wick. Hopefully, I think it will lead to a resurgence in the interest of that game series, because they don't make games of him anymore. Yeah. They just use him. I literally saw him in this fucking mobile game that Ubisoft has, where it's supposed to be kind of like majority of it's supposed to be they're more FPS IPs, like their Ghost Recons and their Rainbow Sixes, right?
Yeah.
But then they're throwing a whole bunch of other Ubisoft characters. They're throwing like the assassins from Assassin's Creed in it.
Dude,
And they're throwing Sam Fisher in there as well,
Nice.
and it's like, yeah, but it's like an AFK arena thing, dude. It's kind of like a, find your characters and you level them up, and then you do that thing where you go to a mission and then you hit fast forward on it so you don't have to watch them fight and you just win instantly.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah.
I loved Assassin's Creed.
I did too, dude. 2 is still my favorite Assassin's Creed.
2 is definitely my favorite still.
Are you gonna play Valhalla at all?
No, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since 3.
3?
Yeah.
Really?
And I didn't even like 3 that much. It's just
3 was not that good.
I think it was because I based all of my Assassin's Creed standards off of 2, which is a bad idea because 2 is a masterpiece.
Off of 2.
So
yeah, 2 is an absolute fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
That sucks because there have been some good ones that have come. I mean, I'm gonna
I've
be
heard
honest with you. My opinion on Assassin's Creed games is very not in the majority
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite Assassin's Creed behind Assassin's Creed 2 is Unity. Nobody remembers Unity.
Unity was the English one, right? The
Unity,
one?
no. Unity was the French Revolution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha. It was a launch title for the PS4, I believe.
Wasn't that the one
and
that was all
had
fucked up, or was that Syndicate?
Man, I don't know. They've all been fucked up.
Yeah.
I think they've all been a little fucked up. I think that one got fucked up a little bit. But, I mean, it's only the usual, you see their eyeballs and their teeth floating and talking and shit. It's the same shit all the fucking time.
Because I specifically remember one of them being just, so fucked.
I don't know. Maybe it was Odyssey. I don't know. I didn't play anything after Unity, to be honest with you. That British one, I didn't play Black Flag either.
Mm-hmm.
Madison played Black Flag. She loves it because she's a fucking weeb for pirates and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it at all. I didn't think that the introduction of naval based combat was that interesting.
Really?
I didn't like it at all.
That was probably one of the best appeals of it, I think.
I didn't like the idea of it, period. I felt like it was messing with a lot of the shit that Assassin's Creed had been known for doing really good. Mm-hmm. Which is really unfortunate. Because that kind of lost me. But, I mean, Valhalla does look cool. But it's not... They're losing that stealth factor to the game that really brings a lot of people into playing it. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What time period is Valhalla set in?
It's set in Viking times.
Oh fuck, that sounds sick, dude. I kind of want to play it now.
It is cool. It is sick. They were. I don't know if you've seen the gameplay of it, but what really got me is that you had to have 2 different weapons in each of your hands, right?
Yeah.
And you can do a thing where you can actually hold 2 shields in your hands and use 2 shields to fight with. Exactly, just like Dark Souls. Yeah. And you can rush in them and spin around and shit, and it's it's fucking insane. It's really cool. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever play it, but I may watch it. I may watch somebody stream it.
If it gets released on Steam, I'll probably try it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. It's an amazing looking game.
Yeah.
I just wish that I got Ezio back.
I just want Ezio, please.
I just want Ezio, please. Just make a Super Smash Brothers with the Assassin's Creed characters. Dude. That's all I want.
You would murder.
Give me all the assassins. Give me all the assassins, dude. Yeah. I would be an Ezio main, and I'd be an Uncle Mario main.
Uncle Mario.
Yeah.
Stars and Stripes Mario.
Before that bastard killed over in that game. Yeah. Fucker. I can't believe that. I'm still waiting for them to do a samurai one or a World War one.
Oh, dude, a samurai one would be fucking sick. That's kind of like what Sekiro was, though.
Yeah, Sekiro was kind of like that. I've never played Sekiro. I don't think I'll ever play it.
Yeah.
I'd
like to.
As cool as it is, to be honest with you, I like invaders and I like the online aspect of it. And it's really hard to play a Soulsborne Seki game if there's no co-op at all.
Yeah, I think that's the one major thing that makes me not want to play it, is not being able to play with friends.
Man. Did you see Iron Pineapple's video he did on the very, very first thing that FromSoft did that was Dark Souls?
Nah, maybe.
It was, I think it's called Kingsfield. something like that.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know if I watched it or not.
And it was like from Sob's really, really old PlayStation 2 Souls kind of game. And it's really shitty, but there's a lot of really cool things about it that are really endearing and like very like wholesome and like, oh wow. There's a boss that is named differently, but the model looks identical to a boss in Dark Souls, in Demon Souls, I believe. It's like a dragon. I don't remember what the fuck its name was. But it's super cool, dude. FromSoft has been doing some cool shit for a long time, a lot longer than we thought.
Hey man,
which is
fuck.
Yeah,
they're
they've
a great
been grinding.
company,
Fantastic. They've never had a bad game, in my opinion.
They consistently come out with bangers, like all the time.
Yeah, because they take their time and they put a lot of work into it.
And they're good at what they do.
And they're good at showing people dying in vicious ways.
Yeah.
You think he prides himself on that?
Who?
Fucking Miyazaki.
Yeah, I was about to say Miyazaki, but I didn't know if that was his name or not.
Yeah, it's Miyazaki. Yeah. You think of the Studio Ghibli Miyazaki, that's the thing. Yeah. But there's two Miyazakis that have done really notable works.
Yeah. Miyazaki really was the first thing that popped in my head, but I'm like, I don't know if that's right. I don't want to just say it.
No, yeah. It's definite. Yeah, you're right. It's Miyazaki. Yeah. It's 100%.
Hirohiko Miyazaki.
No, that's not... Hirohiko Araki is who you're thinking of. The vampire.
Yeah, the vampire.
The immortal. The donut eating immortal.
The donut. You know what's funny is that I've seen that donut picture like forever, right? I saw that donut picture years and years and years ago. And I was like, why is this a picture that people are like posting? What is special about this image? And then it wasn't until after I knew what Araki looked like where I'm like, oh, that's the donut guy. Or they posted a picture of him eating a donut, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I finally get it.
Do you know the opening song for Gurren Lagann?
No. Well, I mean, I've probably heard it, but I don't know right off the
bat. The woman that sings it, right? Yeah. A long time ago, she was on a Japanese television show where they'd go and they'd interview famous people, right? Yeah. And she was a host for one episode.
The Araki interview.
Yeah, and she went to go see Araki, and she creeped Araki out about how she wanted Jotaro to spit on her.
I saw that.
And call her a stupid bitch. And like, dude, recently, well, not recently, maybe within like the last 2 years or something, she did a concert and she did JoJo's first opening song. She covered it at her concert.
Nice.
She's still a JoJo fan, which is insane.
I'm glad, dude.
Yeah, it's super sick, dude. What a sick individual.
She was just... I like how she was just imitating Jotaro like the whole time.
Yeah, she's doing the whole chew, like doing the poses and shit. And she's like freaking out and panicking. I think at that time, that's when Araki was working on Steel Ball.
Yeah.
He was doing Art of Steel Ball. Which is, man, that was forever ago. I'm thinking about when Steel Ball's original run was.
I saw a picture saying that part 3 was from 89 to 92, and I was like, holy fuck, dude, that was so long ago.
Yeah, well, think about it. The anime series was in 2 fucking parts. It's the only season that's gotten 2 different parts.
Yeah, that's true. 3 years.
You know, there's even like a couple things they skipped out on in the anime too. Yeah. So it's like. Man. It could have been longer.
Yeah, I guess.
It could have been longer, but...
Is it the longest part?
Yes.
Next
it is.
to...
Part 5, I think?
6?
Ooh, part 6 is pretty long. But I don't know how that's going to translate to episodes. That's the thing.
How many chapters is it?
Ooh, I don't know off the top of my head. But I don't think it's as long as Stardust Crusaders.
That's a long
I really don't.
Part.
Yeah, I know. I cannot wait for it, dude. Cannot wait.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too, man. I'm fucking... Yeah, I'm good.
Why do you do that?
What do you mean?
You know what I'm talking about. You'll say something. You'll be like, yeah, that was cool. And then it'll be really quiet and you go... And then you'll start talking again. Why the fuck do you do that? You do that a lot more than you think. I'm not sure if you're aware.
No, I know how often I do it. I think it's funny. I just like, I don't know. I just like, trailing off and then going back to what I said initially because I think that's funny. I guess I'll be like, yeah, man, I had a great time, man. Yeah, no, that was
any normal person would let that slide, but because I know you're doing it on purpose, I just see it and I notice it instantly.
I'd be like, yeah, no, yeah, that was great. I had a great time.
It's kind of like when I do the just cause, like if something really awkward happens and you're standing there with your fucking hands in your pockets, you're just like. That's it. That's it. Do you know where I got that from?
What? That sounds.
I got that from, what the fuck? Italian Ninja's SFM of delivering the pizza.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Long time ago.
So there's a part where the demo man knocks over the red sniper, right?
Yeah.
On the ledge, and then he helps him up, and then he is gonna shake his hand. And he's like standing there, right? Like the sniper's standing there waiting for the demo to shake his hand, but like there's a bunch of shit happening inside of his head. So it's just like all this horrible shit, and then it pans out to both of them and it's completely quiet and the demo man is just staring at the hand. And he's holding his hand out and he's just like looks left and right and he's like and then that's it. That's the whole scene.
That's good.
That's where I got it from. And I saw that and I'm like, that's hilarious. I should do that all the time now.
I should do that all the time.
I should do that I should milk it for what it's worth.
All right, well, yeah, I'm good. I got nothing else.
I'm good too. I'm good.
Right.
It was a good talk.
Well, yeah, we'll see you guys next week
for episode 13.
Episode lucky number 13.
Yeah. So this episode was the Animal Planet episode. What's the next episode?
The Halloween episode.
The Halloween episode.
Yeah, 'cause it's 13.
But it's not October.
Alright, fine. We wait until October for the Halloween episode.
We can do a Halloween special.
Okay.
I'll make you dress up as something.
Yeah, I'll dress up as a giant pumpkin.
I'll make you dress up as the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Oh no. Maybe a Gimp outfit.
Bring the Gimp.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to wash your hands.
Yes,
be sure to,
as always,
stay out of jail. Be sure to not add to the population or subtract from the population. Be sure to interact only with people you are close to. And yeah. Be sure to use more than 2-ply toilet paper.
Right. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. See you around.
Peace.